I am a big fan of the Touhou project series. Very surprising, I know. I'm fairly certain the amount of fumos and music I have put during these videos haven't been a dead giveaway, but yes, I really enjoy this franchise. What is rather surprising is how well connected the TF2 and Touhou communities are. I mean, one is a game about girls with silly hats shooting at other girls, while TF2 is a game where men with silly hats shoot at other men. So I went to look at TF2's workshop to see what levels have been made of this franchise, and to my surprise there were quite a decent amount of them, because you know, I am the map guy, I talk about them maps. So during this video I'll go over some that I found and offer some explanations on the references, because I know some of you have never even heard of Touhou, and after this video is done I hope you play some of the games, read the lore and listen to the awesome soundtracks. Let's start off with my personal favorite level, Hakurei Shrine. This is a very old versus hell map and one of my favorites of all time. It's based on the Hakurei Shrine location where the main character, Reimari Hakurei, lives with her guard dog Aun Komano. The main building has that old map feel to it, as it's pretty charmingly blocky, and it even has their donation box. Because this is an arena mode, sometimes needs to have passed until you can enter the building. Inside there's a control point and her kitchen where you can pick up this medkit. At the other side is a storage building where you can find a small ammo pack and path to the roofs where you can actually put stuff at, which is rather fun. Over at the hills there's the red spawn where they have set up a camp, and there's the pond area where you can fight Genji, Reimu's old pet turtle. The hills are also perfect area to set up a sentry nest, as it's difficult for the boss to get there. Hell spawn is at the start of the stairs where there's a sniper's fan, and fun fact, you can also build at the torii. Overall, this level is just great. I love how nostalgic it feels, and no joke, I really like this map even when I didn't know it was based on Touhou. It also happens that Reimari Hakurei is my favorite character from the franchise, so it just makes my love for this level that much greater. There's also a Christmas variant that has few differences, like there's now Hieda no Akio drinking tea, who also records the history of Gensokyo, the realm they live in. There's also a vinyl player that plays some Christmas tunes, the hills have been smoothened out, the skybox is also less blocky, there are also some spirits around the level, and yes, more pickups. There's also a small suika in the storage building, and she's a drunken Oni who has the ability to change sizes. This variant is overall just an improvement over the summer version, so props to the map maker. Let's leave a donation in the box and move on to our next level. Palanquin Ship is a neat recreation from its appearance in Touhou 12 and is made by the same guy who made Hakurei Shrine. The creator of the ship, Touhou Hijack, who is like this yokai Jesus and a biker granny, created it to be able to sail through the sky and was then renovated into a temple which is able to transform back to its ship form whenever she chooses to. The creator has taken some liberties with creating the interior, as we never see how it looks from the inside, which is rather neat. Now let's talk about the gameplay, as red team spawns in the ship while the boss spawns outside the ship aboard a UFO which you can control by strafing, and whenever you fall off the ship as a boss, the same UFO appears to pick you back up to the fight, so it isn't an instant death if you get knocked off the map. I also really like how every round the skybox sends to different times of the day, and especially enjoy the different locations seen, as it shows different major locations in Gensokyo like the Hakurei Shrine I talked about before. Overall it's just an awesome level that clearly has lots of effort put in, which I do appreciate a lot. Forest of Magic is an attack and defend map where it's based on the same location from the games, and here Alice hired the blue team to take over Marisa's house, probably because she stole something again. Alice Margatroyd is a yokai magician who can operate different puppets, and Marisa Kirisame is the second main character in the franchise who is a human magician. Blue team starts off at Alice's house and red team first start off at some random shack, but eventually their spawn point moves to Marisa's home. Alice's home is nicely detailed. It has small Marisa doll with different vials, some bookcases and 2 separate beds with Alice's and Marisa's names on them. The level is likely unfinished as most terrain is rather blocky and some surfaces have that depth texture on it. There are some other Japanese themed buildings and Maris's house captures really well of her home logs. As there are a bunch of mushrooms, it's generally messy, there are photos of them and there's even an upstairs area where you can get to the roof. While this map is fairly unfinished, I do like the idea of Alice being sick of Maris's shit and you sending you to deal with her, and I think there are some Rei Ali elements, so I want to say the only acceptable Maris's ship is the Reimari one, as it feels right for Reimo to be the one with her. But still, I do hope this level will be finished someday and made to look more like a forest rather than a weird dusty box area. Hakugyokurou is a map that is based on a location with the same name that takes place in the netherworld. It has a fairly fun layout and a yokai tree that drains life from you if you touch it, but overall it's pretty early in development as the map maker is still making it. I mainly included it here as I really like the netherworld location and the characters that live there, like the head ghost Yuyuko Saiku Yoshi and her gardener, bodyguard and fencing instructor Yomu Kompaku, who is half human half phantom and is an absolute dork, so I had to mention them here at least. Inchling Cage is a Touhou inspired map with its layout being taken from Perfect Dark and you appear to be inside some box in Hakurei Shrine. Normally that would be rather weird, but there's a logical explanation for it. This arena was made for Sukuna Shin Myomaru, who is an Inchling aka very small person. The arena is pretty nice with its elevated levels, but I mainly focus on the amount of Fumos there are. I mean, the first thing I saw when I landed on the map was Cirno and Flandre Fumos used ceiling, which was a welcome surprise. Cirno is the blue one and Flandre is the blonde. There were even some other Fumos like this Yuka Fumo, Reimu Fumo and Yuyuko Fumo that also has a banana peel that will push you down to the lava. There is even a backroom secret where giant Cirno crushes you. The pickups had sound effects from the games, there was this bad solid Fumo textures out of bounds. The map maker's secret room and the skybox area has so many engines used T-posing. Overall a fairly fun level. I really like the inclusion of so many Fumos as I soon have 19 of them, with Komei sisters being the two latest ones. Eientei is a cut map that, you guessed it, takes place in the same named location. It is an old-fashioned Japanese mansion hidden deep within the bamboo forest of the lost. Red Team's spawn is this quite fancy living space with a picture of Kaguya, an immortal Lunarian who was exiled to Earth with her caretaker Erin who works as a doctor. Meanwhile at the blue side it's a fairly empty building with only a few furniture and then a TV that plays Nitori no Uta, a parody that has Nitori the Kappa engineer singing about how much she loves cucumbers. I do have to say the red team having closer access to the point than the blue team is fairly unfair, and this random Half-Life 2 track does not belong here at all. But other than that, it's a fairly fun recreation of one of the most iconic locations in Touhou, as the moon lore is seriously interesting.
Interesting.
This next map is V-script powered and you won't guess what it does. It plays Bad Apple in TF2, which is really cool. You can even make it 3D and experience the amazing but slightly laggy creativity of the average Touhou fan. There isn't really much to talk about this level, I just wanted to include it because of how neat it was, so let's talk about our final map. Scarlet Devil Mansion is brought to us by the same guy who did the shrines and the ship, and he doesn't disappoint. It's a giant mansion that a vampire named Remilia Scarlet lives in, and she's a pretty fun character. We also see her in one of the balconies enjoy this nice medkit, and her reaction changes if you take it, which is pretty cute. There is also her mate Sakura Isazoi, who uses knives as her primary weapons and can't stop time, who is oddly a normal 3D model instead of this weird block thing. The yard is fairly nicely done with the bushes, trees and this fountain, which really brings me back to 2010s with their blocky shapes. You can also find Hong Meiling, the gatekeeper, who is weirdly a tree this time around. I also don't recommend going to the water as it will kill you. The outside area sure is nice, but the main attraction lies inside the mansion as it's very huge. So huge that I'm bound to miss some details. There's a stage room, dining hall, kitchen area, Remilia's bedroom and this huge ass library. It's a very spacious room with so many bookcases and different blocky fairies taking care of it, and Ko Akuma trying her best to carry the huge amount of books, which is rather cute. She's an assistant to Patsoli Knowledge, who is the owner of this library, who's an asthmatic magician. And if you manage to get to the top and pick up this scroll, a rocket will pop out of the floor and launch to space. This is a reference to one of the Touhou mangas where Remilia planned to use it to fly to the moon. You can go inside the main towers, and if you look around a bit you can find this secret room with some Japanese pudding commercial, Yukuri Remilia dancing around and this weird Sakura duck pillow. And finally, you can get to the basement area, which takes you to a room with multiple paths, and depending which one you take will lead you to different locations. But before I talk about them, I want to mention you can also enter the basement in the backyards building. One of the paths take you this yo-yo reference room where Sakuya freezes time and sends bunch of knives to kill you. One path leads you to a dark place where you get eaten by Rumia, a yokai that has the ability to manipulate darkness and has an appetite for human flesh. Then there's the pumpkin bomb room, a dark place with arrow signs, which I guess are supposed to be something else. The area where the Vlandry Scarlet drops a spear at you, and finally her room. She is Remelia's younger sister who was locked in the basement by Remelia because her power to destroy anything is very dangerous. Her room is pretty grim with only one candlestick lighting up the place, and then she has a photo of her and her sister together, which is pretty cute even when considering her living conditions. Then there's the mapmaker room, which has some nice history behind the development of this level, and I have to say having Squirtle as their profile picture is very cool. This map was just amazing, the amount of little things and easter eggs contained in it was just a treat, and being able to explore as the am in TF2 with all of its glory was just the best part. I really like the blocky recreations of different characters, and some references to the Touhou manga was just pure fun. That's what I like about these maps, they're pure fun for the fans of the series, as you are able to really appreciate the huge amount of references there are, and even if you aren't a fan, you can enjoy them for being great maps with plenty of space to mess around in. I really enjoyed my time exploring these maps, as I could not hold my excitement whenever I saw something I recognize, as again, I'm a big Touhou fan, so I'll take any excuse to talk more about this great franchise that has had a big impact in my life. So like the video if you enjoyed it, comment down below your own favorite map shown during the video, and if you are a fan, your favorite character as well. Subscribe for more TF2 stuff and have a nice day.
Hmm.